Oscarville, the series, you and your whole family was a part of that. I mean, some of the principal actors and actresses, so kudos to your family. But one of the things I found out was your family has a strong history in Atlanta, particularly in the Edgewood neighborhood. I want you to share a snip. You can't tell it all, preacher, but share a little bit of it and how that impacts where you are now.
Right. The first two African American owned hotels in Atlanta were owned by my family. So I come from a long lineage again. My great aunt and uncle owned Ford and Mays. Anybody from Atlanta, you're familiar with the Chitlin Circuit. That's where all the entertainers, James Brown, Aretha Franklin, Patti LuPone, everybody came through Atlanta, but you had to only stay in certain facilities. And so there, and also Pascal's were the two where all the black entertainers stayed if they didn't stay in the cars.
Dr. Hughes, I want to interrupt because I want to be we want to educate people. Talk about, just give us a little description of the Chitlin Circuit for those that don't know in entertainment, what that meant, who that was for.
Yeah, that was when all the big people like Sam Cooke, all the big names, you know,
black
in black music,
in
black music, pre-civil rights, during the civil rights era, and that's what they had a certain circuit in which they performed, and
like kind of low budget,
right?
Just holes in the wall kind of thing,
exactly.
Whereas their white counterparts got the Carnegie Halls and stuff like that. Yeah,
exactly.
Okay, go ahead.
So it was a really tight niche. All the entertainers knew each other, they knew our family and everything. So that was a big start. And that same aunt and uncle actually owned the first and only African American owned taxi service in Atlanta.
In Atlanta. So before Freaknik, y'all, there was some stuff going on.
Oh, Atlanta was popping.
Please continue.
Yeah, so both my parents owned companies growing up, so apples don't fall far from the tree.
So you saw all this as a boy. Okay, did you know, how did that shape your mind? Because you're a father.
Right.
So what did that do for you?
Well, my dad used to just take me with him to work a lot of times. He was in the copy service at one point. He worked for Xerox and Konica and all those big companies. And I watched when he got off work, he would go back out again, picking up side customers. And then ultimately he was burned the counter on both ends, and he was ultimately able to burn out the other end of the counter, which was Konica. And he started his own company, had a huge clientele. So my dad, I think he retired when he was like 42.
Oh, so I'm 49, I'm behind. Good.
So that's all I know. All I understand is entrepreneurship, and same thing with my kids. You know, I take them to Chamber of Commerce meetings, speaking events, and you kind of see where they're headed now.